Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Michael Mastro. This is Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart of a famous actress, Claudia Cardinale, who is quite famous in the 60s. Um, if you look to the eastern horizon using Vedic sidereal zodiac, not Western tropical zodiac, you would see the constellation associated with Aries rising in the east when she was born. First, we'll look and see how the planets are operating and when they're operating and what can be done to strengthen the chart. So first off, we have weak infant sun. Any planets that's less than 5 degrees is said to be in infant state, and infants cannot protect their own significations. So sun is ruling the house of creativity through entertainment, and it is placed in the first house um, of name and fame. Uh, the- then we have weak, a dispositor afflicted by Mars, Moon. Moon is also weak, and it is in the partnership house, and it rules the house of happiness through home life. So there was some ups and downs in her home life. She had a couple marriages. Then we have weak infant Mars. Mars is also in infant state, ruling the chart, gives her great passion and can affect her health. She had a famous quote is, if you want to practice this craft, meaning acting, you have to have inner strength. And so Mars gave her a lot of courage, passion, and inner strength. Then we have challenging Mercury. Mercury is any multiconal sign in the sixth, eighth, or 12th, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11 signs. So here we have the sixth sign ruled by Mercury in the sixth house of enemy and health issues, conflict. So it is placed in the first house. So this can cause some setbacks to her life purpose and health. In fact, she did have lung issues because she was a chain smoker. Then we have weak infant Jupiter at 2 degrees, uh, gives good fortune through husband. Then we have weak dispositor Venus, ruling the house of relationships in the first house. Uh, so some issues, some stress in relationships. Then we have weak placement of Saturn in the 12th house, Dustana house, challenging house. Saturn rules the house of income. So this connects income with her being able to separate from who she is and take on different acting roles, but not lose herself in the process. In fact, there's a famous quote, um, you have to have inner strength to take on different roles, but don't ever lose your personality. Then we have Rahu and Ketu, always the balancing the spiritual and the material in her life. Um, let's look at the timing of events. She was raped in 57 during a Saturn period, Saturn causing life-changing events sitting in that 12th house. Um, then we have uh, some famous movies, Pink Panther and the Leopard in 63 during a Jupiter K2 period, K2 sitting in the house of fame. So these brought her wealth and fame. 66, she got married during a Venus period. So Venus is uh, all about relationships. In 68, one of her famous movies is Once Upon a Time in the West, and that was during a Jupiter period, Jupiter ruling the house of good fortune. Since 75, she had ended one relationship and started another one. And this is a Mercury period. So Mercury there is ruling the house of divorce, separation. Then in 93, uh, she got interviewed about well, she made a famous movie called The Golden Lion. And this was during a K2 period, K2 sitting in the House of Wealth and Fame again. Then she wrote an autobiography in 95 during a Venus period with a ghostwriter, in partnership with a ghostwriter. In 2000, she was representing UNESCO, helping to raise money during a Rahu period. Rahu is helping other people. Her husband died in 2017 during a Venus period, Venus ruling the House of Partnerships, and it was very weak at that point. And September 23rd, 1925, she passed away. Um, and if you look, there's a circular chart on the left, you see that Rahu, let's see, Rahu and K2 are at, let's see, 24 degrees. And they are the natal Rahu, which is at actually 4 degrees, is afflicting transit Saturn at 4 degrees in the 12th house of endings, life, end of life. And Saturn is also representing longevity. What could be the strength in the chart? Doing more work helping others. She actually did have a pretty good long life. But helping others is always the key to transforming your malefic planets. And the benefic planets could be strengthened with my favorite remedy, Kavash. If you'd like to get a Kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening.